Welcome to Explore English Churches, and today we are in the small village of Turvey in Bedfordshire, and we've come to have a look at All Saints Church. Now, there was, like many of the churches, a Saxon church on this site in around about 980. It's a beautiful sunny day today. Here we are in January, and it is a marvellous sunny day, a little windy, but it is rather beautiful. The other thing that I noticed when I first came to have a look at this church, we have a couple of doves hiding away up here, which I will show you. There we go. Let's see if I can zoom into these two chaps up here. Morning, guys. They look rather fat, don't they? Let's take a wander in. Get out the wind. Now this door is rather magnificent, and this is all ironwork, and if you look at the handles on here, they are quite incredible. It's extremely heavy, and it's believed to be the work of a chap called John Layton, who, many believe, gave his name to a village which is south of Milton Keynes and called Leighton Buzzard, but whether that's true or not we don't really know, but that is what we understand. Look at the size of the keyhole here, it's quite wonderful. Let's pop in and see what we find. I'll show you the other side of this door, because that in itself is also a work of art. And as you can see, it's very, very old. Let's take a wander down the church. And what it does have is a very ornate ceiling here. It's quite amazing. I've got to be careful because you know I always fall up and down steps. But how cool is that? That is really nice. The other thing that we have in this church, apart from some wonderful stained glass windows, that one you're not going to see too well because the sun is shining so brightly outside. Maybe that's a little better. But it is a beautiful church. As I say, there was a church on this site originally prior to the Battle of Hastings. I don't know how well you'll see that. It's quite a large church. If we take a look backwards, it also has here a most fascinating organ. And the pipes are all beautifully painted. This is where I have to be careful that I don't fall over again. How beautiful is that? I do know from having spoken to, I believe it was one of the church wardens, that this organ needs quite a bit of work doing to it, and it's going to cost, well, possibly well over £100,000. Here we have this beautiful, I believe it's alabaster monument. I have to be careful again because of the steps. Take a look at this. It's absolutely wonderful. I believe the inscriptions are on the other side. And it's a knight with his sword. And I believe this is his helmet. Yeah. Knight's helmet. Oops-a-daisy. Yes, this is John. He was the first Lord Mordaunt, and he died in 1562, and I presume that's his good lady. Here we go. And he was created a Baron Mordaunt in 1532 by Henry VIII. He was a distinguished Englishman, rendering many public services, etc. His family and his fortune prospered. Another fascinating feature in this church is, in actual fact, this medieval wall painting. It's obviously depicting the crucifixion. Now, how old that is, heaven only knows, if you'll excuse the pun. But that is, I presume, must go way, way back. I'll see if I can find a date or any more information about it. But it really is fantastic. As you stand in the middle of the church and looking back towards the tower, if you can see down the roof line there, above that window, that kind of V-shaped, that would have been the roof line of the original Saxon church. And to the right hand side, maybe I can zoom in a little bit more. No, but to the right hand side, the patch that you see is actually a piece of the original Saxon tower. That's wonderful. Also, what we have, I believe that these, in actual fact, were the original windows, or Saxon windows. If we look up there, there's only two. There's another one there. we have a set of steps, and so we are going up the pulpit. Whoops, these things are always a bit rickety. How's that? It is a very large church, this. And here, to the right-hand side, we have yet another massive monument. Look at the size of that. Wow. Here, this is the monument to the John II Lord Mordaunt, who died in 1571. And it says here that he actually attended the coronation of Queen Anne Boleyn, the second wife of Henry VIII, in 1533. He was Privy Councillor during the reign of Queen Mary. This monument is absolutely huge. Let's take a look around the other side. Wow. As you can see, it would have been painted in wonderful colours. And here's this good lady, and again, there's only tiny pieces of the paint left on this. I'm also wondering where his sword has gone. Let's have a look. Yes, somehow someone has actually broken his sword off, which is rather a shame. And here we have a monument to Sir John Mordaunt, who died, I think it was 1502, but he was one of the commanders of the Battle of Bosworth in, I think it was 1487, and it's rather nice, although this feature here is rather scary. Ooh, that is rather scary. What a beautiful monument. As you see, it stands quite high on this plinth in this church. Yes. I couldn't make out what this was. I couldn't make out what this is. Whether it's a hog, I don't know. I have no idea what that is. If anybody knows, please comment. We have one here. As I say, it's rather nice. There's no description on there, so we don't know who that is. And we have another one over here. Now this one is apparently by Andrea del Sarto, Florence, 1487. That's rather nice, I'm sure you will agree. And we have several more paintings by the same person here. This one again. Very, very pretty. And also another one over here. I think this is probably my favourite. That's very, very nice. Here again, we have another memorial to another Lord Mordaunt, the third Lord Mordaunt, who died in 1601. And apparently he was a judge at the trial of Mary, Queen of Scots in 1587. Here we go. When you think, as I always say, when you think just how old these wonderful churches are, they truly do need to be preserved. And I think the work that many of the parishioners and the church wardens do to preserve these churches is just fantastic, and we should all be grateful to them. Well, I do hope you've enjoyed this tour of All Saints Church in the village of Turvey in Bedfordshire, England. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell for more notifications. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day. Thank you. Bye.